Ew.
Um,
Yeah, we're back with this piece of
art.
content.
I'm having flashbacks of when I did Tomb Raider,
As in
as in
the
the new
yeah
version. Yeah, and
yeah
I
the
just
one
went,
before the
oh,
click X to not die.
yeah.
Um,
Click X to knock die. Get a piece of rebar shoved through, you'd be perfectly fine. And I
well,
just,
what's that? Got one out of this incredibly long sequence of QuickTime events wrong. Go back to the beginning and do it again. No, and it's all game. That was my experience.
oh, see, my experience was I've started recording this now. I'm not going to stop a series for that.
What kind of I was pretty close to the end of Matetha when you first, really early on, you encounter that you go into a little cave and then wolves come at you
Hmm.
when you're going out again, and it wouldn't let me just use the gameplay mechanics to fight them.
No, you had to be very
Yeah,
specific.
why do I have to be quick time events? Why can't I just stab the bastards in the eye with this knife you gave me? There's combat mechanics for a reason, game.
But we want you to ignore those combat mechanics. We're more interested in looking pretty, if I'm being honest. Well, it is Squeenix, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sad.
I'm sad now. I'm sad now. I'm always sad. Anyway, we're doing this thing.
Can't
Do it. Do the voice.
remember what his voice was now.
Smug and nasally, I think.
Ow!
That one, yeah.
This shit.
Hang on, no. Albus was. Yeah, Albus is this guy. Sid is this guy. I think he
What?
was a drunk. Oh, yeah, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Let's be honest.
Well, then. Yeah. Oh, you brought Bruno with you. Hello, Mr. Albus. I don't care about Rudo.
No one cares
I
about
can't remember
Rude.
what his voice was either, because he
Oh,
was just.
he's the adult
Uh,
guy that was. No, you know what? It doesn't.
yeah, I just can't remember. It's
No.
weird, because most other. I think one of the problems is they introduce so many different characters all at once. So it's kind of. Yeah, none of them have any distinguishing features apart from their color coding. Like Sid and Rudo's family are all blue if they're male, for
Yeah,
example, as you can see here. And then
and
Albus is obviously the science nerd because he's got glasses and a steampunk MRI machine behind him.
it's just a steampunk MRI machine. It is.
You have to
Anyway,
wonder, puts curtains on their filing cabinets.
people with very Victorian sensibilities.
But it's a metal filing cabinet. That's
They
just weird.
they wanted to make it plush. That's a
Plush,
good word. Plush.
plush,
Plush.
plush.
Okay, should I move on then?
Yeah. There I fear. Sorry, Rudo, I need to speak of your father in private, if you don't mind. Hmm? Okay. Small child, so whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you can just do something to kill time. Yeah,
Child.
why is the child saying I have a bit of work? Like, they mean schoolwork. They mean homework.
I
Because when they're
guess.
standing inside this weird steampunk lab, that's yeah.
It just.
Yeah, I have a bit of work I need to do. Gotcha. Oh, whatever it is. All right, I'll see you later.
Why was
Oh,
he here?
why are you in this scene? You do nothing.
What was the point of that?
Dot 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 dot. Okay, what's going on here? You're looking pretty grim. And you're not looking so good yourself. Did you have that much to drink yesterday? Oh God, I'll give you this. I
Just
just
do
don't
him
care about
normally.
the
Just do Albus because you got that voice. Just do
Yeah,
Sid normal.
I sure did. Ended up having a drinking contest with Hertz. Hey, remember I told you. Sorry.
Still.
Remember I told you it'd be in Rolling Rune in the school again? Ugh. I figured it'd already been a while since that instance, so it should be alright now. No one cares! Have you already told her on this? Yeah, we celebrated it last night. She felt overjoyed. You should have beaten her, Albus. Is that so? What? Hey, what's wrong? You've been making a real scary face the entire time, apparently. It's quite the usual, Sydney. Here's the cross-section.
It is a steampunk MRI!
It's an actual MRI machine, really? Next to a metal cabinet. It's got a lantern hanging on it.
Ah, yeah, I see what your point is. Giant magnets, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's surrounded... Yeah. Here's the cross-section of Ruden's brain from an MRI the other day. It's meant to be this fantasy steampunk world, but we're just going to use modern-day terms because we're completely intellectually bankrupt. Yeah! There's the cross-section when she gets mad. Here's when she's happy. This is when she's sad. And this... Oh? Did the scans get mucked up or something? No, these are perfectly accurate. Even I wasn't sure at first. But this is exactly what was captured, without a doubt. This scan shows Rune's entire range of human emotion. None! This makes even less sense. There's no change here at all. Oh, she's a psychopath.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Although psychopaths have brain activity.
Yeah.
Like anger, for example.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. These are just all copies of the same thing. Sin, I need you to calm down and listen to me. Your kid's fucking weird. Rune has no emotions, which is why she was laughing maniacally while stabbing that kid in the eye.
Yeah, that's...
Unlike you or me, Rudo, her brain lacks the portion that controls emotion.
Then surely she should be overreacting to every little thing.
So that's the bit that controls it.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of congenital disorder. No! That's just not possible. What? I mean, I've seen her laugh.
So have we, maniacally.
With a pencil. No, sorry, a stick. But she's even sulking when Ruda was ignoring her just the other day.
You mean like most sociopaths and psychopaths who don't know how to feel like other positive emotions?
Yeah.
They learn how to fake it.
Yeah. Just what do you call all that? Dots. I can't say. But looking at the results of this MRI... Don't mess with me. If it weren't you, Albus, I'd be punching the living daylights out of you because I have no control over myself.
Oh, I think that might be where my daughter gets it from.
Oh, shit. Now I know what you mean when you said congenital. I mean, perfectly serious, Sydney. This is no laughing matter. So
that's who that voice reminds me of. It reminds me of Cyril Sneer.
Yeah.
Sorry. For those of you who don't know who Cyril Sneer is, should be alive in the 80s. Sucks to be you.
So my daughter isn't human? Is that what you're saying?
No.
What now? That's a completely different thing. You are, aren't you? A person who has no heart, no emotion? Who are you kidding? You don't seem to know what humans are. We're human precisely because we have hearts.
No, all animals have hearts.
You have a pet dog, you moron. Look, I'm not trying to pull your leg over here. Pull your leg here. Yeah? I'll tell you, this has to be an error. The MRI is still pretty new technology. Just how can we be sure how accurate this thing is? You've surrounded it in sheet metal, you weirdo. And this is coming from the mouth of the person who invented it? You of all people should know how accurate the MRI is. Do you have any idea how many advances in medical science were made possible these last few years because of your creation? 3! We're not having any emotions. That can't be true. That whole instant when she was a kid, there must have been some kind of mistake, because she was definitely enjoying that.
Yeah.
Is that all true? I've been listening at the door because I'm a bastard. Rudo? Dots.
Many dot.
Ferdinand. A few months after that, Rune was able to mingle with her peers in the academy without incident, until the murders began. Despite all that, what Albus had said, nothing out of the ordinary took place. We continued to live peaceful lives, for she had learned to blend in. We're still worried about the ground incident, but most seem to have already forgotten about it. Ever since the incident, Rune had always been homeschooled, so there were many who didn't even know the Sveitzers had a daughter. Apart from
everyone who read the news.
With Rune's social behaviour, she quickly became a popular student at the academy.
Like psychopaths generally do. They become popular because they learn how to fake emotions.
Yep. She had many friends there. Oh, and how to manipulate other people's emotions as well. Kind of the end. Well, psychopaths have a tendency to understand emotions, but not really feel them.
Yeah, they understand how emotions affect other people. But, yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps because her home tutor had been very strict, it seems as if her classes were a little too easy. She was clever. Whoopty fucking done. Our anxieties that were born from Albus's conjecture also ceased. And our peaceful life went on as usual.
And then the murders happened.
Yep. Until one day, when the murders began. I came across Rune, and then he was arrested, on her way back home from the academy, heading deep into an area of the park where most people didn't normally enter, which is weird, it's a park. What could she be doing, going that far in, I wondered. Maybe she likes trees. Curiosity getting the better of me, I snuck inside. As I got closer... What? I was able to hear the dying cries of an animal. What animal exactly? I wasn't sure.
Human.
That's how wretched its last screams were. Got an example of size?
Maybe.
Mouse or bear, for example. So then if she managed to take on a bear, I'd be quite impressed. It can't be. And towards where Rune was. What the? Has a long ribbon in her hair.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks like I've been found. Since when have you been following me? Could you be stalking me, perhaps?
You? Why you? What are you doing?
I don't suppose whether I've been found out or otherwise doesn't really matter. But you know, when people know it's just such a pain. Right, Rudo?
The tone of her voice suddenly changed. Answer me, Rune. What have you? No. Didn't change. What? It occurred to me just how cunning she was, that she didn't change one bit. What are you?
Who knows? But seeing as I have no emotions, then I suppose I'm not human, at least.
Oh, right. Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah.
She knew. It's almost like she listened or something.
Yeah.
That there was only known between Father, Albus, and myself, and all of us were massive gossips. How did she find out? When did she find out? Was it anything to do with all the paperwork scattered around Dad's office, willy-nilly?
Here's your reward for finding my secret out. An explanation for my dear, oblivious big brother who cannot seem to grasp the situation.
I thought she just could give us a dead cat.
Well, she does seem to have one.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Here's a present for you. It's a dead cat.
The only time that I feel emotion is when something that's been so full of life meets its demise. When I take away the happiness of anyone. When a person dies. When years of precious memories and love all crumble away in a single moment. Do you understand? I take pleasure in observing the loss of others.
That day.
Okay, kitty, chill out. Seeing the hideous twitching and spasming, the unsightly way something clings to life so desperately, the very moment something turns into a mere lump of flesh, it truly resonates with the emptiness inside me.
How old are you? What kind of books have you been reading?
I think she's 12.
She might be reading some emo poetry.
Maybe. The bell jar, maybe.
Just imagine someone trying to read an actual bell jar now. It's kind of... There's nothing on here.
I don't know, make your own story. Here's an engraver's kit.
Oh, man. So if I was running a library, I'd have a bell jar on the shelf in the poetry section. just to see the one person who goes, ah. The moment I saw Rune's fake smile, I thought to myself with conviction, she's fucking mental.
Living beings are truly well-oiled machines.
Particularly when you force feed them oil.
Yep.
I cannot possibly let this thing grow into maturity, where it can be imprisoned legally. That night, I spoke to our parents about Rune and bought a hammer, but they didn't take me seriously. I needed some concrete evidence to shatter the illusion she had built up over these past 6 years, so I covered her in concrete.
Please just get along with her, Rudo. You're her older brother, so look after her.
So my mother said. Every single day didn't even feel like living. My doubts weren't wrong in the slightest. If I took my eyes off for just a moment, who knows what she could do? Rune's growth in wisdom, I doubted there'd be any more sudden outbursts like in the Grand incident. Well, whatever she was going to do next, it's going to be planned and calculated incident. I live from day to day, constantly preparing myself for the worst. Because I like sausages. After a while, I started to probe into her actions and routine. I even asked the local peacekeepers, who went, "Why are you asking us about your sister, you weirdo?" When I asked about any peculiar instance, I couldn't believe what they told me. Dead animals, that ain't news anymore. What, the animals die?
Yeah.
These past few years...
She did have a pair of scissors.
Yeah, so, animals that have been obviously killed as opposed to just dead. Yeah. Dead animals, that's how the cycle of life works, you ninny. There have been numerous parts of murder and blah, blah, blah. Because they all involve some kind of bladed implement used to mutilate the body, there's clearly a human who was responsible, or a creature with blades for fingers and face.
Well, they do live in Steampunk Central, so...
Yeah, robot.
Yeah.
Covered in robot made of knives. It's not very useful, to be honest, unless you really need to cut something. That's it, really. You could just pull some scissors. These disgusting acts continued to increase. I was told to report anything suspicious as soon as possible, and then didn't. I was at a loss as what to do. Do I turn Rune in? Yes. Right now? Yes. Without a single shred of proof.
You caught her ketting up kittens!
And, well, you see, you've got her past, obviously.
And
you've got the MRI scans. You've got her confession, though admittedly it's not in front of an authority figure or anything like that. And I'm guessing the police have these things like footprints and stuff like that, and they could observe her, maybe. Yeah. Many claiming to have seen her do this is paper-thin evidence. It's actually a claim, not evidence. No, more than that, when I imagined my mother's face, I just couldn't bring myself to report Rune. I just let her mutilate things instead, because that'll make everyone happier.
So the best option, instead of turning her in, to not disappoint my mother, kill her.
Smack her in the head of a rock and make it look like an accident. I had to stop Rune. I can't allow my mother to experience any more pain or suffering, so I killed both of them. From that day onward, I had to do something about it. Myself. I became Batman. Whenever possible, I always kept Rune on a tight leash. In some cases, literally. Then she started to get off me, and it was creepy.
I know that you've been paying extra special attention to me recently, brother. I'm so happy.
Each and every day, when I went by hearing Rune's emotionless words, I was more and more convinced. Rune had continued to observe everyone around her, creating a facade in order to gain her freedom and our trust. And that was entirely logical, really.
Yeah. But I'm getting tired of this.
Look off my hand. I need to scratch my bottom. She truly was planning something.
Going to the toilet. Dots!
Some things a woman has to do alone, like peeing, for example. My mother had collapsed. The tea my mother drank was discovered to have contained a poisonous manner-infused substance called Process 1. Really? You can just put strychnine in it or something. However, luckily, due to her weak body, her body had... Wow. Her body had
Great
rejected
writing.
the manor before her body had taken a lethal... Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
let's count the bodies in that sentence. Excellent writing there, game. Well done.
Wow. There's the reason you do drafts, right? Jeez. She managed to escape with her life, at least for the time being, which is pretty much how life works, really. You know, you're not going to escape with it eternally. Upon being informed, the peacekeepers conducted a formal investigation. It was a black tie event. At the same time, Rune disappeared from the residence, entirely unsuspiciously. A few days later, it came to light that Rune had snuck into Zweig's Medicare's drug stock room. She had stolen enough Process 1 to kill over 10 people! And to pour it all into one cup, which is why Mum thrown it up.
Yeah.
Several top executives of companies beyond the Outer Pole, with whom Zweig's was to form partnerships with, were found dead, poisoned by Process 1. Of course, they're actually forming ties with companies from mana-infused areas.
That is smart.
Yeah. They just import the mana then. The negotiations between the Outer Pole and the Second Sector were immediately cut, and plans for expansion that my father had been working on for 4 years were all scrapped. It was a huge blow to Zweig's companies. The next day, I hit her in the head with a stick. The cargo ship docked at a port nearby and unloaded Rune's corpse. An autopsy was conducted. The result showed a huge amount of coloured mana inside her body. The cause of her death was acute mana shock. Anyone from the Outer Pole who goes beyond its borders will die from mana shock. Even a child would know this. Hence, it was hard to believe that Rune could have tried to leave of her own intent. Eventually, it was declared a cold case. Because that's what happens after a while if it's unsolved. It's a cold case. It's cold because it's no longer hot, metaphorically. Just what was Rune trying to accomplish? Was her death an accident? Did she just really want to be a wizard? That dawned on me at the time, but I would realise eventually. My mother's spirit finally broke, and she refused to eat anything. Several months later, she passed away due to wasting away.
Too many ways.
Women. My father would no longer speak right. Really? He couldn't speak right. No, he don't speak right like what we do. He confined himself to his laboratory. The Zweig's family was ruined, apart from the billions.
Yes, apart from all the money we had.
Yeah, no. It had long been ruined. The very moment the Rune was born into this world.
I disagree. I don't think a baby is liable to damage anything.
Nah.
I mean, maybe when they're 3 or 4?
Yeah. Yes. Those 6 years of peace since instance were all nothing but a sham. Rune's death was not an accident. I killed her. And was just like destroying a carefully stacked house of cards in an instant for her. Her suicide was a calculated move in order to deal the greatest possible blow to the Zweitzers. There must be no other reason. Yeah, she can't do anything wrong.
No.
Oh God, just fallen asleep on a boat. In order to destroy, she had destroyed herself. Dun dun dun. So I made a robot.
Yeah.
That's in a nutshell. Is any of this actually relevant? Excuse me, would you happen to be Albus? I almost heard that was Albatross then. And you are?
We're Sarah's friends.
Friends? Unfortunately, I have to inform you that Sarah doesn't have any friends. Perhaps you've misunderstood. Again with this. Beating around the bush isn't going to help.
But beating might.
I know if you're beating your bush, you're doing it wrong.
Tends to like it.
Yes. In general, let's say.
Yeah, okay.
At least 51% of cases. You think that's accurate? Let's just get straight to the point. We're travellers. Whoop-de-fucking-do. When we arrived in the city and were completely clear, the Tsar was extremely hospitable and accommodating to us. We are incredibly grateful to her. However, it seems that her goodwill worked against her, as I hear she's now being punished for her actions. The leader of the Schweiz organization that you work for is apparently going to take measures against her. And I heard about this from Frodo, so it was you that, Please, could we speak with you even for a moment like we are right now? So, we have our own issues to deal with as well. Even if you'd come to me with all this in mind, it isn't a matter that can be taken lightly.
About Sarah, when we first met, she didn't entrust herself to us as Rune.
Yeah? What? What did you just say? Albus's brusque expression changed an instant. He had a brusque expression. It seems that everyone deeply connected have had quite the reaction to the name Rune. Terrible name, I think.
Yeah.
Now we need just one more push. Zooming on face dramatically. I promise you, if this matter is not of your concern, then we will not press you any further. Also, the women behind me on the stairs have no eyes or shoes.
Neither does the man over there or that man there.
Yeah, at least they got shoes. There's a lady up there who's just wearing, knee-length socks.
True.
Bit weird at a pub.
Don't know. You do a lot of strange things when you're drunk. Taking off your shoes not that dangerous.
That is true. They wouldn't take them off on the stairs there because you just kick them over the edge.
Maybe she didn't take them off on the stairs. Maybe they're with her mate and she's just gone to get a drink and she's going up the stairs now to get her shoes.
Might be the toilets are upstairs for all we know about this place. I mean, that would be a bad idea in this place. I'm guessing it would just be a hole. I've noticed that the only light is slightly red tinted as well. That's
that light bulb.
Yeah. That's
except for these guys. These guys have pure white light on them.
Yeah, that's because they're protagonists and therefore have their own hover light bulb that follows them around. I understand this is incredibly presumptuous of me, but I simply want to confirm a few things. I seek to have a discussion with you. Shall we take this elsewhere then?
Yes.
You know what? Our lodging is just on the outskirts of town. Is that all right with you? Just the two of you? Yes, what of it? Don't you feel that bringing a man back to your lodging at this time of night is rather careless? There's two of them. Careless? What makes you say that? Now, what does bringing a man or woman have to do with anything? Nah, I suppose this can be chalked up to cultural differences. Yeah, I guess so. Regardless, the answer is no. If you want to talk, then let's do so in the park in the central square, where we're more likely to be mugged. At this time of day, there are still people around. It should be much quieter than this place. Please, go ahead, so we don't have to have everyone animated or anything. I'll leave as soon as I settle the bill. Okay. Well, just what was with his attitude? Sophie, what's the matter?
I have a feeling that, in this place's culture, men are still predominantly in a position of power. No shit, Sherlock. Well done. You get a cookie.
Huh? That can't be. Why not? Because, yeah. Considering how much their civilization has progressed, that's rather hard to believe.
You never know.
She doesn't read a lot of books, this girl, does she?
Without any craft, then a normal girl can't really beat a guy in a fight. Ruggles was like that before too, right?
But not necessarily. We can beat men in fights. But anyway, a male-centered society where brute force means everything. How long ago was that? Last week? Still, that does explain his initial demeanour. I can't quite tell whether this city is progressing or regressing.
It is possible to do both at the same time.
Yeah. Technological progression, societal regression. So, meh. Something on your mind?
What are you metting me? I was agreeing with you.
Yeah.
No, it's just... I just thought that it's kind of scary if that was the case.
Violent crimes, though seldom, still do occur in Ruggles, but ones born from sexism are just about non-existent, because everyone can throw out... Wait a minute, really? I suppose it's violent. Well, no, because you can still go, I hate you, you have a vagina, and throw a fireball at someone. Just because they can throw one back doesn't mean you can beat the shit out of them first with fire.
True.
So
that is true, but when even things as simple as this have to be explained to be understood, do you think we could ever understand each other? Yes.
You do have a point.
You use your words.
I've tried talking. However, if you become fearful from just that, the name of Ruggles will be tarnished.
Why?
As long as there are no major obstacles between us, I'm sure we can talk and reach mutual understanding. Why is this relevant?
Yeah, I know. Darts! Fucking hell.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with us.
By the way, who advised you to talk to me about all this? Oh, we gave Albert a short rundown of the events till this point. I see. So it's hurt, eh? Is he doing well? Doing well? Suppose he is. If he weren't, he couldn't possibly be able to down that much alcohol. Yeah, I see. That's just like him.
I like that. Drinks a lot of alcohol as a character trait.
Yeah, that is one character. Well, apart from being slightly lecherous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alcoholic lech who can tailor. That's it, really.
Yeah, that's less character traits, more kind of a description.
Yeah.
Of his job.
I may presume, alcoholism is part of his job. I mean,
I get that feeling, yes.
I know working in what is basically retail and having to do customer services work can be pretty stressful. I don't think it's part of the job description is alcoholism.
You've not worked in the same places I've worked in.
I mean, I can see it as a result of it, but not part of the job description. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, wrong voice. If I may presume, does this mean it's been a while since you've last met? Yes, it's been quite a while. Let's just say things happened. Murdered children, predominantly. In any case, why don't we introduce ourselves properly? My name is Albus Foster. I serve as the CTO of Vites Enterprises. I'm Ratona, a traveller.
I'm Selphine, Ratona's fellow travel companion. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Excuse me, I have an unrelated question I was hoping you could answer. It's been bothering me since yesterday. You mentioned some sort of title, but I don't quite understand what it means. Rudo also mentioned something similar. CTO, and short for Chief Technological Officer. You can think of it as the person in charge of the technical side of things. No shit. Chief Technical Officer. In charge of technical things? Who'd have thought?
Why is she so surprised by that?
Yeah. I see. Technical things require a technical officer. Who'd have thought? Rudo is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer. In other words, he's at the topmost position of Vites Enterprise. Whoa, man.
Yeah, you only know a princess and a king.
Yeah.
Whoa,
they're the head of a company. Whoa. That's a lot easier to understand. It seems like these titles serve positions when introducing oneself. Oh, fuck's sake. Job description, you Burke.
Chief Executive. Oh, so basically like the president.
Well, technically not quite, but well, the nuance is the same.
I see.
I take it in your home country doesn't have entities such as corporations. Oh? Wait a minute. Do forgive me for commenting, but if I'm not mistaken, you appear much older than Rudo's Vites.
Rude.
So how's it he's allowed to wield absolute authority? No, you are straight to the point, aren't you? That's a bit of an odd comment for someone from an absolute monarchy to make. Well, you have a point. Rudo is a mere 22 years of age, after all. 22? Just 3 years apart from me.
Oh, you're 19. He's just 3 years away from Ratona.
Retirement? Hold on. With that expression of his. Amazing, isn't he? He's so much younger than I am, but he's been able to make a company that's huge running so well.
Do you mean he's the leader of a really huge organisation?
He's a massive organisation. That he is, yes. In terms of sheer scale, Vites is the largest on the entire archipelago.
Well then, is there some kind of ceremony for those people for them to become leaders?
Ceremony?
Yeah, a ceremony?
Well, it's not quite a ceremony. They have to sign a piece of paper. Unless you're found to a promotion party, yes. to celebrate my event.
Well, during our travels, we've heard of this country. Whenever they choose their next ruler, they're using a ceremony called the Path Down. They inherit all of their predecessors' memories, experience, and knowledge. It's kind of a culture wherein the descendants, the next generation, will be able to gain the qualifications they need to be the next ruler.
See, what we do is we have these things called books. See, and teachers.
A path down that has continued for many generations serves to bolster the strength of that country and also shows a strong unity with the citizens.
Is that true?
For someone so young to inherit such a large kingdom, well, company in this case, has to be qualified to be, so you'd need a ceremony like that, right?
You are aware we have fuck all magic here, yeah? By inheriting knowledge, can I make that mean they're educated and groomed by their predecessors?
Well, that's part of it, but it's not something as indirect. The experience and knowledge are directly transmitted.
Does that mean they have their parents' memories of their early masturbation attempts? That seems a little off-putting, what? Albus tilts his head. Directly transmitted. All via speaking, writing, or teaching, eh? There's no such thing, then. That's for Kenyatta. We have to use words, speech, more concrete forms of communication.
Sorry. Hang on. There you go.
Yeah. To convey what we're thinking and feeling. There's no way for us to do so. It's impossible for us to directly transmit knowledge, as you say. Yeah, I suppose that in the Atapel culture, there's no such ceremony to install leaders as you mentioned. Why do you ask?
Well, that's because...
We're wondering about different countries, travelling to learn and study more about the world, you see. By experiencing all sorts of cultures, we'd like to expand our knowledge on the vastness of this world. That sounds like quite the undertaking, especially considering the word state of affairs lately. I envy you both, but when you're inevitably shot in the cold somewhere. If I went from the outer pole, I would have loved to travel the world as well. But I digress. Let's get back to the heart of the matter, because this was entirely irrelevant. Confirmation's sake, you said that Sarge used herself as Rune, correct?
Yep. You knew about Rune, didn't you, Albus?
Did I know her? We were like family up until she died. Rune and Una's father said we had been very good friends. Sid and I built that enterprise from the ground up. Impressive. He's quite the influential individual. Your head's show knows all sorts of people.
Had been. Does that mean Sid is,
He passed away about 3 years ago. I shot him. But Rudo is still 22 years old. He must have still been awfully young. Yes, about 3 years younger. There's quite a long story behind that. You see, it all began when he was born. Then he grew up. Now he's in charge.
Well, could you then tell us about the relationship between Rune and Sarah? Are they one and the same?
Yes, we're completely in the dark about what's going on. And we've just wasted about 20 minutes, so, you know. Please, tell us more about Sarah. Just who is she? Is that her real name? Her real name, eh? Yeah, that name is a term we use in order to pertain to Sarah. That's whether it qualifies as a name. Well, I suppose that depends on your definition of what a name is.
Well, judging by how you're referring to her, should we take that to mean she really is being treated as a slave?
Excuse me?
We're merely travellers and know nothing of the customs of this land. However...
We're just honest travellers. Don't know nothing about nothing. However, this is very precise information we have. It's just an entire coincidence.
From where we come from, treating people like belongers is something that should not ever be tolerated. So right now, we can't even hide our astonishment regarding this state of affairs?
I see. You two were born and raised in a very old country. But just to clear up any misunderstandings, I have to inform you she is no slave. It was just a few decades ago that slavery was outlawed in this country. Although there are still some wretched folks out there who still practice it, in absolute secrecy, of course. And that makes even less sense. Why do you refer to her as if she were an object? Because she's a bloody robot. Precisely because she is an object. That's what her name earlier, yes? What size to tell you so far it means synapse architecture of your assessment. Basically complete rubbish with the word synapse in it. We wanted it to spell Sarah so we could feel smug. We took the first letters of each word from the title of the report, written up when she was first constructed, because she's a bloody robot. That's why it technically is the name. It's an equinem. What? Constructed? That doesn't make any sense. That she's a robot.
Sarah was made? Does that mean she's a robot?
Sarah is a product of Vance Enterprise's last president, since Vance, created to handle man-related tasks in the outer pair. Sarah is a machine. A robot, if you will. You must be joking.
A machine?
Although our company's Vance Enterprise is well known for partner to energy conversion and energy supply services. Wait, just a minute here. What? A machine? By machine you mean something like a clock? Well, it's certainly on a completely different dimensional complexity, but yes, in a sense, I suppose I do. All due respect, I cannot believe that.
I don't give a shit what you believe, son.
I suppose most people wouldn't, unless they knew what a robot was. Machines do not possess sentience, do they? This one bloody well does. Whoever was with us yesterday was clearly sentient, had a strong sense of self. She was aware of her surroundings, knew right from wrong, exercised judgment, was able to display compassion for others. Intriguing! Or do you happen to be acquainted with philosophy? Not really. I wouldn't say I'm on that level of familiarity. When asked on the difference between what is and isn't human, being able to go straight to questions about his perception ability is proof that one has been thoroughly educated in these manners. Your homeland really must be rich in a variety of aspects. I'm envious, oh mighty Mary Sues of the world. Wait just a moment. In regards to your assertion that Sarah is a machine, all I can see is an excuse for you to treat her as you do now. Like a machine. And answering your questions. Fully aware that most likely it would be in disbelief. You're free to believe me or otherwise. In fact, if I were in your place, I'd probably believe it myself. Realistically speaking, there's no way to verify your...
Yeah, return and let him speak, okay? Shut the fuck up. In any case, we're both at a dead end anyway. This way we can see if he's telling the truth or not, okay?
No. So she doesn't mean to use that then. Very well. The younger-looking girl seems to hold the power in the relationship. How intriguing.
It's a sub-dom relationship at best.
Regardless, we still find it difficult to swallow your claim that Rune is indeed a machine. Perfectly sensible. She's rather well made. To be honest, much of it remains a mystery to myself as well.
Albus?
Yes?
If you don't mind, we'd like to show you some kind of craft, if you so please.
Manacraft, you say? Are you two manacrafters?
Yes, we're manacrafters who come from a country far, far away.
You all said you were travellers, but I think you're from the inner pair. I'm all sure about this. Consider where you are right now. What about Monoshock?
Yeah, done that thing again.
According to Radio Earth, there's manning to get off the continent. We're shouldering that risk by voluntarily being here. I see. I think I have a grasp of how gravely you view this matter. Seeing as you're willing to divulge all of this, should I take it to be you're deadly serious about all this?
Wouldn't be fair to be keep one-sidedly asking you for information after all.
I do appreciate the sentiment, but unfortunately I don't have the time. I'll essentially be trapped in the office from tomorrow till next week or so, with little or no free time to spare. I still have some matters to attend to after this. Well, that won't be an issue. We're going to weed your brain. This craft will be over in the blink of an eye.
Just as she says, this craft won't take too much of your time.
Bruh.
Because both of us had to say the same fucking thing.
Yep. I'm not scared to I follow. What do I do exactly? For the meantime, all you need to do is trust us. We're just going to root around in your brain. All we wish to do is exchange information with you. If there's any information or knowledge you'd like us to impart, then we can share it directly with you at the same time. Show me everything. Share information directly.
Before we go any further, this means you don't have any reservations with talking to us, do you?
Yes. Though I do have my limits. It's just I don't have the time to explain everything in full. Yeah, it's alright. You'll understand in a few minutes.
Do you trust us?
Okay.
Random people I've just met on the street, yes.
Well, met in a pub, even better. I trust you.
Especially when you talk about it like that. Thank you very much. Done it again.
Yeah.
Alright, Returner, could I have the little manor?
Oh, your wish is my command. All grief, there's always bad turn of events. I can't believe Fancy Manacroft born in the flesh. Now I'm a little anxious.
We'll explain further on the other side. Now.
Other side?
Yeah, we're going to kill you.
Oh, we're going to go into an alternative universe. Okay. Sophie began converting mana. She's so concentrated on the task, she doesn't even notice my speaking anymore.
There's no naturally present mana, so my internal mana isn't stabilising. Didn't expect conversion to need this much concentration and stamina. Just how did Riotona create a sword so quickly? Alright, this should do it.
Selfin opens her eyes wide.
Let's watch this happen. Bong.
Seems like she's finished preparations. Yes, is it just me, or are her eyes more radiant than before?
Yeah, it's just you.
The sheen of her hair, too. Even her skin seems to be radiating a weak light.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
Excuse me for a moment.
Selfin pressed her right index and middle fingers together and lightly touched Albus's temples. No? You're right. Seems to be taking longer than usual, perhaps because we're in the outer pole.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I'm a little nervous.
No need to tense up so much. The craft isn't going to be of any harm. Phew.
Your body will warm up a little as if you've done some light jogging.
I see.
Now, if you please, bless.
Oh, bless. Understood. Wow! What a strange sensation. I can feel my physical body, but my consciousness is sinking, like it's getting sucked into a deep darkness.
Okay, I've established a link with you, Albus. Next is Retona.
Retona as well. Selfin serves as the intermediary, connecting the three of us. This allows all of us to share our consciousnesses.
Is that even...
Is that even
Sorry. Well, we will now conduct is referred to as a mind dive.
Really?
Type of manacraft that falls under comcraft, which is mainly used to establish links between conscious of one or more parties.
Well, yes. That's what you just described what you're doing. Yes, I know.
How'd you feel?
It all feels very strange. The sound around us slowly fading away, and that my consciousness is becoming trapped inside. Inside the girl, Selfie, whose existence is slowly growing more and more pronounced.
Hey, just about ready to, Retona. Could you bless, please?
Understood. No, bless. Suddenly now, Tan is joining my consciousness. All of this, surely. There are no words I can use to describe it.
Well, then let's begin. You know what? I think this is the perfect juncture to say, oh, for fuck's sake, and go.
Yeah.
Go and watch the next episode on Corpse's channel. I mean, you're going to find out the wonderful backstory that we already know, that she's a fucking machine.
I mean, let's be honest, you've come this far, you might as well get to the finish.
I don't think that's the finish. Don't be so stupid.
Well, no, I mean in general.
Yeah. I mean, you're here now, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you've gone this far. You might as well keep going.
Yeah.
Just see how deep the hole is.
Very deep. Goodbye. We'll see you over on the Corpses channel.
Deep and filled with poo.